Okay, we'll get started. I'll call on you in groups of two, and we'll start with Anthony Dasher, and we'll follow with Palmer Tomes.
Hey, Xavier, good to see you for the first time.
Yeah, good to see you too.
I guess you just, first of all, I mean, it's obviously that Coach Luke has a lot of confidence in the way you're playing now. You got the step right in for Warren when he got sick last week. Kind of where do you feel your own individual game is kind of taking that next step to put you in the spot you're in right now?
I kind of credit that to, everybody else on the O-line, helping me out, make sure I'm on top of my stuff. If it wasn't for them, they help build my confidence and make sure, I'm ready to play. And, obviously when my name's called, I got to be ready.
Yeah, Xavier, wanted to ask about the move from tackle to guard. I feel like last time we saw you, you were playing tackle in the Peach Bowl, and it's not too often that you see a 6'7" guard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, so the transition to guard, I mean, obviously it took some getting used to at first, but I mean, I got to be ready to play wherever I'm needed to play. And I don't think height is an excuse. Last year we had Ben, who's about my height. And there was no excuse, Ben didn't have an excuse, so I got to just get in and play. If they needed me at center, man, I would learn how to play center and I would get in there at center.
Okay, let's go to Seth Emerson and followed by Connor Riley.
Xavier, you could probably answer this in a long version, so I know you want to keep it short, but how in Rhode Island, where exactly did you live? How did you get discovered? How did the word get out on you? What's new? Because there aren't many guys that come out of Rhode Island at all, and not many end up in the SEC.
For sure. So I'm from a small town, West Warwick, Rhode Island. And I went to a school called Bishop Hendricken High School. It was an all boys private high school. And there, I didn't really start getting recruited until my junior year. I was always a track guy. I threw track. I thought that's what I was going to go to college for, is for throwing track. And my sophomore year, we had a senior by the name of Kwity Paye who committed to Michigan for DN. He just went first round in this past draft. And I think all of the college coaches coming to see him and coming to visit him, and his motivation for me, just seeing a big kid who had so much potential, and him pushing me helped mold my game and helped me become a recruitable player. So when all these coaches were coming to visit him, they stopped and looked, who's this kid? And that's when I started building relationships with college coaches, going on visits and getting recruited.
Thanks.
Hey, Xavier, I wondered if you could take me back through last Saturday. Were you expecting to play? And then when your number ultimately does get called, how did you think you performed on the road at Tennessee?
Yeah, so, I mean, obviously I always got to be ready to play. That's why we travel. Just always got to be ready when your name's called. How I played, I think I have a lot of things I need to work on and improve in my game. But I think my teammates around me helped me stay in the game, help keep me confident and cool and collected. Obviously, I missed a couple of things here and there, but that's all on me. That's about preparation and just being ready to step in. I think as a unit, I think we played well. We definitely all got a couple of things we need to work on, finishing and stuff. But I'm glad we went into that hostile environment and got some work done.
Okay, let's go to Chip Towers, followed by Jake Rowe.
Yes, I was just wondering, in the Tennessee game, did you expect to play that day, or was it? I know the flu was running through the team, and apparently that was an issue with Warren. It looked like he tried to go, and then you found yourself in there pretty quick. And then, if you don't mind, if you could talk to, there's coming to play in the SEC, and then there's the realities of playing in the SEC and a place like that. I just wonder. I'm sure when you left home, everybody's like, well, why aren't you starting, or why aren't you the star left tackle already? But can you share some of the realities and toil that come with trying to play these positions at this level?
Yeah, I think a lot of people back home especially don't understand just like how competitive it is down here and how much talent there is just in the SEC in general. I know a lot of people were wondering why I even, decided to go to the SEC, and it's really because this is the best place to grow as a player. And I understand that I wasn't a starter at first, but as long as I'm becoming the best player that I can be, I'm going to play when my time's ready. And I think Saturday, my time was ready. I mean, when Warren went down, I had to step up big and go in.
Xavier, I noticed when you were playing the other night, I saw a couple times there on the sideline, Warren kind of had you, you guys were kind of eye to eye a little bit, talking, kind of right in each other's face about kind of what was going on. What kind of coaching were you getting from him? I mean, I know he's seen a lot, having played center, having played guard. How helpful was he to you throughout that game?
I mean, Warren's like my mentor, man. You know, he's had a lot more experience playing than I have. So, especially at guard. So I knew that if I had any questions or if I wasn't 100% confident about something, I could go ask him, and you know, he would steer me in the right direction. He'd always tell me, you know, I would take the criticism for him, or you know, I would listen to him when he would tell me things I need to work on. You know, keep my hands up, feet moving, stuff like that, to help me in the game. So I think he helped a lot.
Okay, let's go to Tyler Griffith, followed by Jake Jennings.
Hey, Xavier. So after the last game against Tennessee, some clips went viral of you and some of the other offensive linemen, you know, getting up in the second level and putting some guys on their back. Is that something you really look forward to, you know, when a play is called? Like, what goes through your mind when you know you're about to get to block some of those guys on the second level?
Of course, you know, that's going through my mind every play. And I'm sure it's going through everybody's mind on the rest of the line. Is just finishing your man. You know, number one is just getting your assignment done and completed, and you know, after that, it's finishing it. And you know, I always get excited when we get a play where I get to pull or stuff like that. It was my favorite thing to do when I was playing in high school. So I always get excited. I just try to go out there and just compete, man.
No question for me. I'm just sitting in today.
Okay, we've got a couple of minutes left. I'll just open it up to anyone that's got a question.
Yeah, Xavier, when you were making that move, what was it that in your skill set that Coach Luke maybe said, you know, hey, we think that you would be a good fit at guard? And going back to what you said about things that you feel like you could improve from the Tennessee game, what were a couple of those things?
A couple of things I need to improve on is just keeping my base. I think sometimes, you know, when I get up to the second level, I know there was a play where, you know, I got hit off the linebacker, bumped into Samir. Just keeping my base, keeping my feet separated. I brought my feet too far in, and you can't cross your feet over. So things like that. And then keeping my head back on pass pro. That's something I've been stressing a lot at practice, trying to get better at, trying to improve on. Moving into guard, really, I had never played guard before until this season. And, you know, when Tate went down against Clemson, you know, we had lost a guard then, and we needed more versatile players. So, you know, I had to step up. We were going to see who could play guard. I stepped up. I said I could play, and man, I've been at guard ever since.
Xavier, can you speak to what it's like going up against Jalen, Jordan, Devontae, and how they compare, if at all, to anything you faced?
As far as games that I've been in this year, I think we've played a lot of great defenses this year. But I mean, this group of D linemen is just special here, and I think me as well as the other O linemen just getting to day in and day out go against, in my opinion, the best defensive line. In the nation every day. It only makes us better. It only makes everybody better. You know, iron sharpens iron, and Jalen Carter, them some big boys, and I think we make each other better in the end.
What's their reason? What's their secret sauce to why they're so good?
They're relentless. I think they're relentless with their effort. You know, you don't see a lot of plays where they just give up, or they get beat and they give up. They finish, they cover down at practice, and it all translates to the games, and you can see it.
Thanks.
Hey, Xavier, in light of the recent viral clip, what is a Kirby Smart halftime speech like, and what is he really saying to you, those guys, before going out there in the second half?
You know, I haven't really I heard much about the video. I haven't seen it. I just heard a little bit about it, but haven't been focused on it. I know Coach Smart, he just gets us motivated, man. Go. He wants us to go, you know, punish them when we come out of halftime. So or pregame even too. You know, that's his job as a coach, just get everybody hyped up. So I think he does a great job of that.